Am I streaming already? I'm streaming. I'm still new to this, so let's see. How do I check it out? Just checking to see if I'm streaming or not. Um, this is still new to this. Okay, so it looks like I'm live. All right, cool. I'm live with poor connection. All right, so this is a review of today's price movement, price action. I took one trade today. Let me zoom out a bit. Okay, so this is the 5 minute chart. Looking at price. Let me zoom out some more. Okay. Yeah, so this is the 5 minute chart. These are my levels that I had. I had a volume area here, high here from Friday. Price was on a upward channel pre-market, and then when we got to volume area high, you can see that we rejected it once, twice, three times, and then right 4 times, and then right at the open we sold off, and then we came back to it, right? So I was looking for a potential trade here, but I was still iffy about it because I was looking at um, VIX. All right, so VIX at the time was here, but I had like a flat VIX. I didn't get a rejection yet, and I think my rejection came a little bit later. This is what make this a little smaller. This came in at 10:30, so when initial balance was set in. All right, so if we go to the 30-minute chart on ES, we can see that that looks like this here, right? So price sold off, but I was initially interested because we had this on ES, a hammer candle that couldn't break through, it got rejected, and then on on the 15-minute chart on ES, we had the 15-minute chart on ES. Is this the 22nd or here? All right, we had upper wicks. We had one, two, three. This is the candle that caught my interest, and I wanted to get in. When I drew this, price had already sold off, and I wasn't able to catch this price movement, this 15-point drop. Um, I was kind of still debating, which is, in a sense, a bad thing. I was still debating. Let me go to right. So right, see, you can see that we had rejections up here. All right. So we had good rejections up here. We were our highest um, bar that I had was this. I didn't mark it. Maybe I should have ignored it because we broke all the way down, but I still marked it nonetheless because price was our highest 10x volume that we had after the open, and price was basically staying above it for the most part. But when we got here, uh, I was interested in potentially entering, but I just couldn't find a stop. My stop would have been here. I just couldn't find a proper stop loss, so I didn't take that trade there. So price sold off from 27 all the way down, right? A good 30 points. And then I kept this level here marked. Price came to it. You see we had some strong volume, and we pushed off. And then I entered on this candle here. I probably entered too late because I probably should have entered here on the rejection of VWAP and the rejection of the 10K. This should have been my entry, which is like 50.22. So I lost here, so about 3 points. But I entered around here thinking this was gonna break out around 15.19. I think I have a screenshot saved. pull that up. Um, so this is my screenshot. I entered at 15.19.50 when this candle was red down here. A nice rejection candle. It was red, and then price pushed up, and then I started hesitating and I wanted to exit. As you see, my stop loss was up here. And then we started finally breaking out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. We started breaking down, and then we pushed down, got below initial balance, and but we broke out of our channel, and that was not a good sign because we broke out of this channel here, and then NQ started going back within initial balance. And it looks like for some reason I felt like VIX was just stalling. Even though we had this nice rejection, VIX like it was stalling at the VWAP here, and but NQ was the reason why I exit, because NQ was the weaker chart, was a weaker indice, and it was a matter of time, I thought, before ES followed, because ES was stronger on the day. You can see that 16, and this is at now at the time -1, right? Here it is on the higher time frames when I exit, what price was looking like. You can see that it looked like price held. So just like, well, if we're holding initial balance, after initial balance was set in, I may want to be cautious and not be too greedy, trying to get 50.70, which is the extra 7 points that I wanted. All right. So 11. So I got about 7 points, but I wanted that extra 7 points here. But everything else was looking good, right? For a potential sell-off. On the 5-minute, it looked good. You can see we broke below strongly. With volume. So all we was doing was holding the initial balance after we broke it, and after holding VWAP, and I was looking for a strong volume into 50.07. We got that after I exit. Right, price started bouncing around, and then from my exit, which is about this candle and down, we finally got it, which was like 15 minutes later, 16 minutes later. All right, so that's what we got out of this trade after I exit. So it was a nice, about a 7-point trade, but I left another 7 points on the table. It would have been a nice 14-point trade, right? Maybe 5.5, right? So about a 5-point trade. And I left it like another, I probably would have exited here, like another 5 points. 3 to 7 points, we'll say, on the table. So that was that. When we did reach here, and NQ rejected, VIX rejected off of VWAP right here, right? VIX rejected off of VWAP. Actually rejected. Price basically reversed. All right. By the time I was out, I walked away to clear my mind. But I could have looked for maybe a potential entry from here, stop loss down here, and that reversal back up. We got a full reversal on NQ. If we look at the higher time frame, let me zoom out, close this out. Let's do that. Let's fix all of these here so we can see what we're looking at. We can see that we had a full reversal on these charts. Why are these charts not showing their volume like it did earlier? It did show the volume earlier, right? We have to change my chart settings. yeah, to change my chart settings because it was changed. It was showing the volumes, and I was uh, not cool. Let me change my display settings back to how it was, so I could get those that volume, especially on that on NQ, so that way I'm not um, messing that out. 13, 66, 76, 13. Let's see the volume come back. No, I don't see it. Okay, let's see if I can revert. Let's see if it still keeps it at that high. Okay, it kept it. Okay, so it's gone now. What happened to it? It was just there. Okay, looks like I do have to keep it at 13. Okay, one more time. Um, not cool. 13, 76. All right. So all right. So you can see that buyers stepped in here. You can see the lower wick. Strong buyers stepping in. Um, sorry guys, hold on. Yo, what? Oh, I didn't change. I didn't keep it. I apologize. I was like, what is? I didn't say keep changes. Yes, keep changes. Okay. All right. So we had volume coming in, wicks coming in, showing that buyers were interested. We were hitting value area low on NQ. We hitting point of control and settlement price on ES, also a high volume area. So a nice reversal with VIX. You saw that we hit the VWAP. So a lot of multiple confirmations that were happening for this potential reversal to take place. And after those came in, right, price just broke. It just went back higher, right? And this would have been a nice move on ES because I think this is about a 70 point or 80 point move from top to bottom. What is that? 70 points, right? 70 on 2 ES contract or just 1 ES contract. I hardly would have been holding it for long. Probably would have exit at here. All right. So let's say that we took this trade from. Let's zoom in real quick. Let's say that we had this. Right. Charts channel, and we saw that all the other charts had the same hammer candle, especially with VIX. All right. So let's go into the 1 minute chart real quick and see what we see. For potential entry, let's make this huge. All right. So here we go. We broke out. Oh boy, yeah. All right. So here we go. All right. There you go. Boom. We're holding it. All right. Probably could have entered on this candle. Stop loss here. So about 4.3 points. And then we try to exit at, oh boy, what a trade. 20 points. Holding it for about 53 minutes. Right? 20 points. May have gotten a first exit here at 16 because we had a high volume that came in. That volume is ridiculous. Right? First high volume here would have caught my attention. Probably need to have the stop loss under it, as you can see, and then move up. Speaking of stop loss, I'm gonna go back to the first trade that I took. I did move my stop loss to 16, and I was thinking about leaving it there, but something told me to just exit because after my entry, if I had kept it, I would have been good. But I didn't like the reversal. I didn't like the bet we broke the channel. There's so many red flags that said that maybe we're going to reverse. You know, don't be too greedy. Just take your profits. But I could have left it there and then let price go to the next level, which it did. All right. So, but for this trade here, after this high volume of 805, I could have had an area for a stop loss around here. Right, and then same thing with this one. I probably would have ended up getting stopped out here, right? If not here, then here, you know, because this high volume probably could have kept it on the prior one before. If I entered this white one here, you know, that's 3 points or 4 points, and then when we finally moved, about 14 points, right? But if I'm going to wait for that level to hit, you know, creating those channels we had earlier, you can see that this channel broke, so maybe we would have gotten out early. Then we had another repeat channel that didn't break until not even here can we consider it really broken, because the price just kind of held. And then so yeah, we could have just held that. So back to what I was saying, 20 points on 1 or 2 ES contracts is a lot, and 70 points is damn sure a lot. All right, but anyways, oh, then we had a reversal sell off at value area high at a different level. Let me move this lower, and I'm stopping here soon. Wow, 17-minute review. Sheesh. I was just playing around to see what I might be looking for. I had some strong volume here. Our first 10K of the day during our first 10K of the day. You can see here. So I'm not sure if that was news or what it was. It's just strong volume, right? Price pushed down and then it couldn't hold, and then it pushed up, and then it got back up here, and then sellers just did not want buyers to keep that run up, and it pushed price all the way down, came up, retested that that drop that we had earlier, and pushed price all the way down again, and continued just rushing price towards the end of the day, and it did not want price up there. So that's something to I'll probably be looking forward to as I prepare my day, especially for tomorrow. Is this area here. Alright, it's going to be a very key area of interest, because price did not want volume to go up there. And I'll see what my value areas look like for tomorrow. And value area highs, value area low. You can see these marks here to see how what price look like. Maybe even or oh, that's what that was. A break. Is that the break out of? Yeah, that's the break out of. No, that wasn't it. It's up here. And also our ADR zones, which we have here, but we broke through it. All right, that's it. I am logging off and stopping this stream. I don't know why this is so small. Should have been big. Oh, cause I changed the screen so many times. All right.